Okay, so we're going to continue with the snowball effect of censorship part 2. Okay, so now you have the kids, the young women who end up pregnant, then they're scared to tell their dad. You have the young children who end up molested, they're scared to tell mom and dad, just like the young girl who's afraid to tell mom and dad that she's pregnant at the age of 13 years old. This is a snowball effect of censorship. When you have parents who are always telling their kids to shut up, they don't want to hear from them, they make it hard. And so this was something that I noticed as a young adult. It's like when you go back around your parents, you tend to fall back into that role, matriarchal role of where your parents, you wait for them to tell you what to do. Even in your early 20s and early 30s, it tended to be that way for me anyway. Maybe not my kids so much because we have not been around each other that much as adults. So I have absolutely no idea, but from what it sounds like, from what my sons experience around their dad, that they fall back into that role where he is the dad, and they really don't want to talk to him. And so, then this is one of the things I've said, that you have a man who will do things to someone else's daughter up until the point that his own daughter gets raped, and then he's mad at that man for doing what he has done to someone else's daughter. I mean, that's just a fact that goes without saying. So the censorship thing is, well, even, oh gosh, I like to look at the Leave It to Beaver and some of these old time shows, maybe My Three Sons. And the Cleaver boys, they always said, gosh, if dad wasn't the way he was, we wouldn't be so scared to tell him and mom about the things we did, because both ways we get in trouble. So that was the thing with them. They said they're damned if they do, they're damned if they don't. So if they don't tell and they get away with it, then they got away with it. But if they tell on what they did, they still get in trouble for what they did, because their parents claimed that they were supposed to know better. Now that was a common phrase out of my parents' mouth, was, you're old enough to know better. I vaguely remember being told that when I was about 3 or 4 years old, because I have some really early childhood memories that I remember. And I remember my mom saying things to me like that I was old enough to know better, act like a lady. I was like maybe 3, 4 years old. Act like a lady, keep your legs crossed so nobody can look up your diaper, I guess. I don't know what was going on, but that's what my dad was telling me